Hey, good afternoon, class. At this point, we're looking at volume and surface area, which is also a measurement to us. We spoke about the vertex and the edges and how we get the formula for the area of a pyramid there. Okay, so now we're looking at the first example. The first example is on page 348, 358. Okay, 358. And this is the examples for exercise 16.1 on page 360. We are told that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters, 1 centimeter square is equal to 100 millimeters square, and 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1,000 millimeters cube there. So looking at example 1, we are told um, a rectangular prism has the dimensions 120 millimeters by 40 millimeters by 30 millimeters there. The question says calculate the volume of the prism in terms of in centimeters cubed. So in other words, what I can do is I can first convert everything to centimeters. Not so. This is going to be easier from there. So the height is simply going to be 3 centimeters. The length is 12 centimeters. And the breadth is 4 centimeters. So in the question is calculate the volume. So volume is equal to length times breadth times. Remember, the volume of a right prism is going to be area of base times height. So the area of this base, length times breadth. Not so, times height, which is the depth of the object or the thickness. You guys understand? So anybody that's confused? Huh? So it's going to simply be 4 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 3. So 4 times 12 times 3 gives us 144 centimeters cube. Okay. Lisa Kanya, I'm glad your eyes is open. You with us, my girl? Nice. B. Calculate the surface area of the prism. How do you calculate the surface area? Total surface area is going to be perimeter of base times height plus twice area of base. Okay. Remember, for volume is going to be area of base times height. Okay. So the perimeter of the base is going to be 2 length plus 2 breadth. Not so. It was what type of shape is this base? Rectangular base. So it's going to be 2 length plus 2 breadth times the height of this object. Not so. Plus, how do you calculate the area of a rectangle? Length times. Okay. 2 length times. So it's going to be 2. What's my length? What's my length? 12. Yes. Where's the brackets? Do we need a bracket here? Why? It's straight multiplication, so you don't need a bracket. Yeah? Why do I need a bracket here? Because of the plus. Understand? Okay, so it's going to be 2. Length is going to be 12 plus 2 times what's the breadth? 4 times the height? 3 plus 2 times the length? 12 times the breadth? 4. So that's going to simply give us open brackets. Work it out, people. That gives me an answer of 192 centimeters. Do you guys understand? Any confusion there? Yes. Sorry? So answer the same. Huh? Yes. This is another way of doing it. Okay. But if you feel the other formula is easier, by all means you follow that formula. Okay. So what they do is they break the shape up into a net and then they work it out like that. Okay. It was going to be two times length times breadth, which means to say they're taking this and that into account. Then they say 2 times breadth times height, which is taking those two into account. And then they say 2 times length times height, which is taking that and the back thing into account. Okay. But as I said, if you want, you can do it that way. No blame on you. Yeah? Any other confusion here? You all okay with this? Let's go to the next question. Here in example 2, we are told the volume of the cube is 8 centimeters cubed. So what is a cube? What is a cube? All the sides and basically all the sides are the same. So that's why they put SSS there, to mean side, side, side. Alright, you guys understand? So how do you calculate the volume of something, of a right prism? Volume is going to be area of base times height, which is, how do you calculate the area of a square? Length times breadth, sides times side. No, you're talking about perimeter. She's talking about the area of the base. Side times side, that is for the area. Times the height, which is another side. So it's simply going to be side cubed. But what is the volume? 8. So 8 is equal to side cubed. How do we get the length of the side on its own? Cube root of 8. And what's the cube root of 8? 2. Length of the side is centimeters cubed, so it's 2. Okay. Okay, any confusion there? You should get B. Determine the surface area of the cube. How do you calculate the surface area? Perimeter of base times height plus 2 area of base. So how do you calculate the perimeter of a square? 4 times side times the height of the shape, which is another side, not so, plus 2. How do you calculate the area of this base? Side squared, not so, side times side. So that is simply 4 side squared plus 2 side squared, which is 6 side squared. What's the length of the side? 2. So it's 6 times 2 squared. And what's 2 squared? 4. And 6 times 4? 24 centimeters. Okay. The easy one, eh? Let's carry on. Example 3. Example 3 and example 3 is on page 3. So 3 for 12. Okay. The volume of a rectangular pyramid. A pyramid with a rectangular base. What does that mean to say? that the length and the breadth of the base is not the same. Okay. If it was a square base, and then the sides will all be the same. If the height of the pyramid is 10 centimeters and the base is 4 times 5, give the answer correct to one decimal place. They want you to calculate the volume. So how do you calculate the volume of a pyramid? It's going to be, no, not area of base times height. The third area of base times height of the object. So if we look here, what type of shape is that base? Rectangular. Just coming back to this, people, these are what they call right prisms. Which means to say the base is the same as the top. Can you see it? The base here. You see this base? The dimensions of that base is the same as the dimensions of the top. Did you see that, people? If the base and the top is the same, then for the volume I can say is area of base times height, and the perimeter is going to be, sorry, the total surface area is going to be perimeter of base times height plus twice area of base. But because this is not a right prism, that's why I'm not saying area of base times height. You guys understand? So we say it's going to be a third area of base times the height. So how do you calculate the area of this shape, of this base? Length times breadth times the depth of this object. So you go a third. What's the length? 5 times the breadth, which is? Times the height, which is? You see that, people? So we put it in the calculator. It will be 200 over 30 over 3. So a third times 5 times 4 times 6 times 10, sorry. They give you 200 over 3. Or 66 and a third. Oh, they say 1 decimal place. So now then that's going to be equal to 66 comma centimeters cubed. Thank you, Michael. You're absolutely correct. Centimeters cubed. Is there any confusion there? Eh? So you all okay with this? Right, let's carry on to the next one. Example 4. Now on the next page. 359. Okay. So here we got an example 4 that a triangular pyramid with an equilateral triangle as the base has a volume of 20 root 3 cube units, and each side of the base is 4 units. Calculate the height of the pyramid. The height of the pyramid. So if you're looking at the height of the pyramid is going to come from the apex perpendicular onto the base. That is what they are looking for. So how do we calculate the volume of a pyramid? It's going to be a third area of base times the height of this object. Okay. So what type of shape is this base? Equilateral triangle. How do you calculate the area of the triangle? It's now for the area of the base, no? There's going to be a third. The area of this is what? 20 root 3. Remember the area of this base we're going to work out now times the height is what they actually want you to calculate. Sorry? No. Here it says as a volume of that here. Sorry? Oh my word. The V was upside down. Sorry, man, you are right, absolutely right. Okay. The first period I'm teaching for the day. They can feel how I feel. Okay. But anyway, so people, the base here is going to be it's a equilateral base, not some. So what they did was this length here is 4, 4, 4. So what they did was they actually laid it out like this. There's your equilateral triangle. Okay? You're looking at your equilateral triangle. 4, 4, 4. Drop this. Remember to calculate the area of a non-right angle triangle. Or the area of a triangle, sorry. It's going to be of base times perpendicular height. So your base here is going to be 4. So the perpendicular height is what I'm interested in. Can you see that, people? So now if you look here, if this length from there to there is 4, then what's the length from there to here? 2. So what do you notice now? You have a right angle triangle. You're looking at this right angle triangle now. So you got 2 here, 4. So I'm going to calculate the perpendicular height here. Pythagoras, not so. So let's apply Pythagoras. What do we get? 4 squared is equal to 2 squared plus your perpendicular height squared. Or you could have said 4 squared minus 2 squared equal to the perpendicular height squared. The same thing. Okay, so that's going to give you 16, and 16 minus 4 is 12. So your perpendicular height is going to be the square root of. If you put that in the calculator, you'll get an answer of 2 root 3. But more about that next year. Okay. So the perpendicular, so the area of the triangle, how do you calculate the area of a triangle? It's half base. So what's your base here? 4 times your perpendicular height, which is now square root 12. Can you see that, people? People, how do I get h on its own? How do I get the height on its own? You divide both sides by a third times half times 4 times the root 12. So you do the same on the side. So it's a third times a half times 4 times the root 12. Okay. Work it out, people. Okay. So what's going to happen is this all cancels, people, and that's what I want. So h is equal to, on my calculator, 15. Can somebody confirm that? Or do we only have one student in the class? As usual, sometimes we have none. No? You all are here, but nobody's replying. The answer? 15 is 15. So it will be 15 minutes. Okay. 15 minutes. See, any confusion here? Are you all with me? Right? Okay. Okay, so there's another museum here. For that, you should be able to do exercise 16.1. Okay. You guys can start with it now. If there's any problems, you can bring it to me. Okay.